I fully forgot Indiana was a state. In that, I don't think about Indiana. I don't know anyone from Indiana.
We are very sorry if there's
point it out
anyone
on a
from
map.
Indiana listening to this.
Can you point it out on a map for me?
Yes,
I'm
it's
sorry.
right next to Illinois.
That's confusing.
5, 6, 7, 8.
There's no business like show business.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My
Of the music
Don't. Kill people.
Kill everyone.
That's how I felt at the end of this movie.
It was adequate.
No, it wasn't.
It was perfectly fine.
didn't.
There was nothing good about it, but it wasn't
You know
bad.
what's really funny to me? Is when the, I don't know, like 2003, 2013 DeLovely Cole Porter biopic came out,
Yeah.
and everyone watched that, they were like, oh, Night and Day was bad. They comparatively, they were like, oh, we're not, that wasn't
Well,
good.
my favorite thing is the fact that Cary Grant, apparently after seeing the premiere of this, turned to his wife and said, well, if I can survive that, I can survive anything.
Normally I can, like, find redeeming qualities.
It's fine.
It was less than fine. This is 2 hours of my life I won't get back. Hi, welcome back to the podcast.
Hi, we've had a span of great movies. Surprise, we're back on our bullshit.
First thing I thought of, I was like, oh, they can't all be winners.
We've had a long list of really good ones, and now we're back with the bullshit.
I got comfortable in good films.
Foolish.
This is 5678, a movie musical podcast where we review and recap movie musicals, and today we have gone back to 1946 for the Cole Porter biopic, Night and Day. Is it marketed as a musical? Yes, it is. Is it a musical?
No, it's
It is
not.
not.
I also love that the first line of the Wikipedia summary is, this is entirely fictionalized. We love a fictionalized biopic.
What's the point, then? The Wikipedia article, I mean, I sent you the soundbite of, like, this. Also, he was gay. so funny to me. I don't know why.
Well, it's so funny because you sent me that with no context and I hadn't done anything yet. And I was just like, what is this referring to?
Oh, sorry. I love that the producers were like, fuck, we can't do a rags to riches story because he was always wealthy and he got more wealthy. So we have to change that. Also, he was gay.
Can't
We
have
to
that.
change that. Like, the fucking Hays Code or whatever it was.
Oh.
I don't know if it was the Hays Code.
Or just, like, people during the time.
1946. No, there was, like, some production code that was referenced. But I don't know if it was the Hays Code.
Yeah.
All right. Did you know anything about Cole Porter before
Well,
this?
so we had done a little bit of background on Cole Porter. I had done that for you guys during Kiss Me Kate, because if you'll remember, Cole Porter was a character.
That's right.
So I knew a little bit about his life story just from that, but that doesn't matter because none of this is the same. So here we are.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't remember a lot. Like, I know I'm familiar with his work, but I didn't really know a lot about his life. I still have not seen DeLovely.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
All right. We start in Yale in 1914.
Oh, good.
In New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes. We see, like, a professor's meeting where they keep shitting on one professor named Monty Woolley.
Who's a real person.
Who's a real person and plays himself, which is insane.
Insane. He's a real person. He's a professor at Yale. He's a law professor. And this board of directors, essentially, that he's been brought before, they're like, hey, you're doing a bad job at teaching because you care more about football and music. And he's like, okay, I'll be more serious. Cut to a football song
contest
competition. Monty's probably, like, I don't know, late 50s, early 60s. He's got a white man, bushy beard. Looks like he could pull off a monocle.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Cut to this football song contest. There's multiple, like, groups entered, and Monty's group is up next. And the chorus is there, but they're missing their pianist. They're missing their conductor, who is Cole Porter.
Yes,
They're
of
all like,
course.
where's Cole? And Monty's like, I know where he is.
Yeah, and he calls a, like, what is it, like a Follies production of something. So it's like a vaudeville thing.
We go to a theater.
Yeah.
We go to a theater and we find Cole Porter playing piano for an either a rehearsal or an active performance.
Yeah.
And the messenger is like, Mr. Porter, telegram, you have to be at Yale. And he was like, oh right. Well, tell them I'll be late. And he's like, you're already late. And he's like, all right, fine, here I come.
Fuck.
And he gets back to Yale,
So he leaves.
and they do the song for the competition. The song that Cole has written is the Bulldog, as what is the Yale theme song. It's Bulldog, Bulldog, Bow, Wow, Wow, Eli, Yale.
Yeah. His lyrics do get better, I promise.
They do.
And so he presents the song and everyone cheers, and then we get a slight football montage.
We get time passing through football.
Cut to a train
station. It's Christmas time.
Yes.
Cole is late to catch his train.
Yeah.
Monty is already on the train along with somebody else.
Yep.
Cole has brought a pretty blonde girl who we saw performing in the Follies Theater with him.
Yep.
Her name is Gracie.
Yep.
We learn that Cole is going home to Indiana. He has brought Monty, his law professor, home with him.
To catch him up on 3 years of law.
3 years
Jesus
in
Christ.
1 week. Because Cole Porter did not want to be a lawyer.
No.
And he's like, all right, fine. Professor, will you come home with me?
And he's like, sure, rich people in Indiana, why not? So Cole and Gracie are chatting, and she's obviously into him, but he keeps just like kissing her on her nose, and she looks so disappointed.
No, twice. She's like, oh, he's going to go in for a kiss, and he kisses her on the nose.
He's like, ow.
He's just like, chummy.
Yeah. They arrive in
The
Indiana.
train leaves, and that's when I wrote, oh, he's rich.
Oh, yeah. Like
Cole
horses
Porter
and like an
comes-
estate rich.
And estate in Indiana. Like, listen, land is cheap in Indiana, but their money was in, like, molasses.
Yeah.
Cole
Arrives, there's a lot of snow. He and his granddad go out riding together, and this is when Cole tells his grandfather that he's dropping out of Yale to write music.
Yes, he doesn't want to be a lawyer.
Nah.
He's not going to go back to Yale. And this is preposterous to his grandfather.
Truly, his granddad was
who
like,
is
listen.
also a lawyer.
Yeah, and I think he has his own practice or something, but he was like, listen, I thought that you would be taking over from me when I die. And Cole's like, nope. And that's the end of the conversation. Back at the house, two girls arrive, Nancy and Linda.
Yes, Nancy is Cole's cousin.
And his mom earlier had said, oh, you wouldn't even recognize your cousin. She's grown up so much.
She's no longer like 4 foot nothing with braces
Yeah.
and glasses. And there's a funny moment at the very beginning when Nancy has already gone inside, but Linda, her friend, I think it's her roommate from school, goes back out because she left her purse in the carriage. And so she comes back up to the house and Cole runs into her and he thinks she's his cousin.
Yeah.
And so he goes, oh, wow, you did get hot. Wow, my mom wasn't joking. Hi, Nancy, it's good to see you. And like kisses her on both cheeks. And then Nancy comes out. And she's like, hi, I'm Nancy. Good to see you. This is my roommate, Linda.
Yeah.
And Linda says, like, oh, are you still happy to see me? He's like, yeah,
More
now
so.
even more.
Yeah. Also, Cole Porter is played by Cary Grant, who is effortlessly charming, except in this movie.
Honestly, so Cole Porter was gay.
Yeah, 100%.
Cole Porter was gay. And this film does not reference that at all. It does not make it a plot point at all. But there are moments where I question like whether Cary Grant was like, they're not going to make him gay, but I'm going to make him a little
Yeah,
gay.
pretty much. Well, I mean, because
Yeah.
like he's really surrounded
Undertones.
by a lot of women that are very attracted and very
Fawning
into
over
him.
him.
And he doesn't even show temptation at all.
But instead they're like, he loved his work.
Yeah, he was in love with his work, and I was like, and men. So cut to that night, we get a little song of Cole's, Till I Dream of You. Nancy is singing it. Cole keeps looking over at Linda.
I have 2 points.
Yes.
One, first thought, so many musicals take place at Christmas time.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Second of all, so Cole is playing piano and Nancy is singing for the rest of the family. I can't think of anything that fills me with more fear than being asked to stand up in front of my family at a family gathering and sing in front of everyone. And this is a common theme in films.
I don't think it happens
and
much
I don't
anymore.
understand it.
I have been asked once by extended family to sing for them, and I said hard no, and I left the room.
Yeah.
I was like, nuh-uh, that's not what this is. I'm not,
It makes me very uncomfortable
Yeah.
and I would not want to do it. Even if I I don't know, it gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're absolutely right. Nancy sings this song. Linda only has eyes for Cole.
Yeah. Cut to presents.
Yes, because it's Christmas Eve. They're opening presents on Christmas Eve.
Sure.
I think. Or Christmas Day? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So they're all opening presents, and Cole opens one large present that's from his grandfather, and it's a bunch of law books. Oh,
Thanks,
no.
Grandpa.
Thanks, Grandpa. So Cole's obviously a bit put out.
And Cole's just like, oh, I didn't want this. And he like storms out of the doesn't storm,
No,
but
he
like
just
sulks out of the
moves
room.
away. Well, and I think a bit of it is just like, man, my grandfather really just doesn't get me. That's a part of it as well. So he like goes off to the side, and his mom comes up to ask how he's doing, and he's like, listen, I can't focus on law. I hear music everywhere, and like everything I read turns into a lyric. And his mom, who's a good mom, she's like, I've known this about you for literally most of your life. You were never going to be a lawyer. In fact, my gift to you is I took that song that you wrote last year and I got it published. So she got his song published for him, which is so nice.
Yeah, and then she's like, but will you
play
it for us? The song is An Old-Fashioned Garden. It's a cute song.
Yeah, it's fine.
She does say that everyone in Indiana knows the song, which makes me wonder
There's like
how.
12 people in Indiana at this time.
I forgot it was a state.
Yeah.
Anyway, I fully forgot Indiana was a state. In that, I don't think about Indiana. I don't know anyone from Indiana.
We are very sorry if there's anyone from
map.
Indiana listening to this.
Can you point it out on a map for me?
Yes,
I'm
it's
sorry.
right next to Illinois.
That's confusing.
Anyway, they finish the song. Now we cut to Monty and Cole. They are in the process of trying to raise money for a show that they want to put on. So they go to a bunch of people. They go to a guy at a costume shop. They convince like
They go to the Yale Club to get.
And there's this.
I'm sorry. That made me laugh so hard. They're at the Yale Club, and the guy that they're trying to swindle essentially into giving them money, but for producing swindling, he's like, oh no, like this doesn't sound like a smart investment. I don't know. And Monty says, but you must remember, Cole is a Yale man, and he kind of like sits up straight.
Well, the thing that he does where he's like chin directly down and looks at him. It's so funny. So they can,
and then the man is like,
owner,
oh yes, but of course.
Yeah, there's a bar owner.
This poor bar owner.
Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing: that Yale man had the money.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're getting the costumes, but that poor bartender is just trying to keep his business open in New York City in 1920 something. Yeah. Oh, you know what I just thought of? This is, I don't know what year See America First it was from.
So there's a whole thing about that, and we'll get to that with the sinking,
The only reason I ask is because they're just drinking alcohol the whole time. I'm like, so it wasn't prohibition.
No, it was in the
yet.
teens. This was all in the teens.
In the teens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we started in 1914, but I wasn't sure how much time passed in between that. I guess that might have been just like a year.
Yeah, because like there's like a whole bit that's about to come up about his stuff that fucks with timelines. We'll get to that. So,
okay.
So cut to an audition. It's chaos. Like my worst nightmare.
Like open call chaos.
Gracie runs in and like skips the line. Gracie is the performer from his vaudeville Follies circuit. She congratulates him and he's like, pick a song and it's yours. And so she starts to sing Let's Do It. And everyone applauds. Yay. It's very cute.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Because that's how auditions work.
Okay. Because you audition in front of the line that's you're auditioning against.
There was a really funny line that Gracie had because when she goes to skip the line, all the girls that were in line get kind of affronted. And one girl goes, I beg your pardon. And Gracie goes, I beg yours. And kept going. There was some funny, quick one-liners.
Oh, yeah. No, Gracie had my favorite one-liners. She had consistent, funny lines. The auditions have to be cut short because the clock is wrong and there's actually a wedding, but they get the space for free the next day because Cole Porter agrees to play the music for this wedding. It's very silly. There's
another funny line where after Gracie finishes singing her song, Cole's like, you're terrific, Gracie. You've changed. What happened? And she goes, I've suffered. What? Anyway, it's opening night of this musical called See America First.
Yep.
We are backstage. Nancy and Nancy's boyfriend and Linda all come backstage to see Cole on opening night and like to wish him luck.
And we get the opening number.
Yes, the curtain goes up. The opening number is You Do Something to Me.
I wrote in all caps, there's a harp.
Oh, see, I was very distracted by the magic batons.
Yeah, no. So there's this dance. Gracie comes in and does this song, and they all have like canes, but I swear to God, my brain did a record skip for like a good 3 seconds because they float in the air. And I was just like, wait, what? Like,
I don't know how. I've seen this before. It's been a really long time. I don't remember how it works. It's something like a string that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Only the front 3 dancers have it.
Yeah.
The rest of the dancers had regular canes.
Yes, they did.
But it was wild. And anyway, the audience is enjoying this, and then all of a sudden,
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
ushers, I think, run down the aisles and whisper to a few people,
Yes.
and people start leaving the theater and whispering to other people.
Yes.
And Gracie and the other performers can actively see what is happening,
Mhm.
and people are actively leaving the theater. And Gracie's like, this is weird, but the show must go on.
Yeah.
And they finish the opening number, they bring down the curtain.
Yeah.
And everyone backstage is like, what the fuck is happening?
What's going on?
And Cole and the stage manager are just like, we don't know what's happening. We're going to find out. The show is still going on. Get ready for the second
next
number.
Yeah. So then we cut to outside and we see a bunch of newspapers being dropped, and it is about the Lusitania sinking.
The sinking of the
So
Lusitania.
now this is where they fuck with time, because they are saying
is
that
this the time record scratch?
Yeah. So they're like, oh, this is
This is
1916, and I'm like, except, they like fuck with time, where they're like, oh, these two things, his first opening night and the Lusitania sinking happened at the same time. No, Lusitania sinking happened in 1915, and his opening night happened in 1916. Like, it was a whole year apart.
It was 10 months apart.
Yeah.
And I had that because that was one of my fun facts.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
My homework actually is to read about the sinking of the Lusitania, whatever.
Lusitania.
Because
I definitely learned about it in school, but I have forgotten.
I had forgotten. I knew that the sinking, like I knew that phrase, like the sinking of this ship, but I didn't remember the importance to World War One. So anyway, that's my homework. Just a little bit of history lesson. It's really interesting. I read through it this morning.
I wrote in all caps, does this mean war?
Yes! Outbreak of World War One.
Remember. But okay, hold on.
Mhm.
That is implying, I thought, oh, that's World War One.
Yes. So
it was the next okay.
So the thing was, is that this is
There's
what
another
turned
war.
There's a World War II, Anna.
There's another one.
So this I think was the pulling in of. So it's like it started in 1914 with the assassination. Welcome to History with Grace. With the assassination of Franz Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand.
But then I don't think it turned into like a full world war until this sinking, because it was
Lusitania.
a passenger cruise ship. It was like civilians only. The Germans just sank it, and that's what pulled the UK into this. So
definitely the US.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's why this is important, but I'll post an article about the relevance of this because it is interesting.
All right.
So,
The Lusitania has sunk.
So everyone leaves to go to the restaurant, but Linda stays back to cheer up Cole, and they decide to walk for a bit. But this is the most insane thing, and it happens twice. They hire a cab to drive behind them as they walk down the street, so that as soon as they're done walking, they have a car to step into. Bonkers. Anyway.
Hey, I mean, it would, as a driver, that would make me furious if there was just a car following a slow-walking couple. However, you don't have to carry your coat that way. Anyway.
It's so fucking dumb.
This has been opening and closing night.
Pretty much for his show.
For this show.
Yeah.
Linda says, at least, like, he's proved tonight that he's a good composer.
Yeah.
And she gleans that he has already made up his mind to join the armed forces
he reveals
as a result
that
of
he
this.
knew someone that was on that ship that was specifically on their way to join the French Foreign Legion, and he has basically almost instantaneously decided that, he needs to do that as well.
Yes. And then we get a kiss, and it's a good kiss.
It's not bad for a 50s kiss or a 40s kiss.
It's not bad. That's part of the
Cary
reason why
Grant
I was
has one of the longest kisses on record on film. It's like 2.5 minutes long, which is a long time. It's not in this film.
I definitely would have noticed.
Yeah, right? No, it's like a long kiss. I'll see if I can find that too.
All right. Anyway.
Not important.
No, not important. Linda also gives Cole a gift, which is an engraved cigarette holder.
Yep.
It's engraved on the inside, and it says, like, congrats on your opening night.
Yeah, etc.
Linda.
Yeah. Cut to the war. So
I'm just laughing because we've done that a couple
so many times, like the opening of the last one with Bing Crosby,
White Christmas. Yeah.
Cut to the war.
We start in the war.
So Cole is still composing just sort of on spare bits of paper while he's in the midst of this, and he's in the process of doing one, like that he's inspired by some other guys that are there singing, etc. But oh no!
And that is a song that becomes Begin the Begin.
Yes.
But then
oh no!
War happens.
Explosions! And he's wounded. A thing falls on him and his leg. Oh no. Cut to the VA hospital.
In France. Because I was confused where this hospital was for a minute.
It was not in the U.S.
He is still in France. I wasn't sure if they took it back to the U.S.
that's fair.
We're at a VA hospital in France. Mm-hmm. We see
Linda
as a volunteer nurse there, coincidentally.
Yep.
She sees Cole being, not inducted, but like checked in
and like
then,
brought
led.
to like go get his x-ray on his leg.
Yeah, and she's like, Cole! And they see each other, and they embrace, and it's a happy reunion.
And then she's taking care of him while he's there. She's, like, decided to be his main nurse, I guess. And they're very flirty.
But he's recuperating.
But he does say, he's like, I'm not gonna continue writing. Maybe I'll go back to law school. Like, music isn't really important anymore. Obviously, suffering from, PTSD and trauma.
PTSD.
And Linda's very concerned.
She's
like,
she doesn't
that's
want
not
to
like him at all. And it's like, yeah, no shit. He was in a war, Linda. Come on, Linda. We
also learn from another doctor that this is the 4th hospital that Cole has been to because he's depressed, essentially. Like no doctor has cleared him yet, but they keep bumping him to different hospitals as he recuperates. And Linda says, you know what? I got an idea. We should get a piano, and that'll cheer him up. And the doctor's like, with what money?
Surprise.
And Linda's like, oh, I have a friend.
Linda's
that's a countess.
fucking rich.
No, Linda's independently wealthy.
Yeah. Living the dream. So, cut to Cole messing around on a piano, and we see him sort of start to compose the song Night and Day. And this gave me, again, same vibes as Meet Me in St. Louis, where, like, Linda comes in and is like, oh, it's time for lights out. And he's like, fine, then turn out the lights. And she does, and we get a piano scene in the dark.
What was the Meet Me in St.
Oh, the same thing where she's just like, oh, help me turn out the lights. And, like, they're, like, turning out the lights in the living room. It's like, it's all dark suddenly. So he's playing, and they share another kiss. And she is, like, trying to convince him. It's like, listen, once this is all done, maybe we go and you can relax on a villa on the Riviera, with, like, roses and goats. And he is so distracted by this song that he doesn't hear a single word she says.
Yeah, she practically proposes to him.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he does say, I want to keep you around always, but doesn't quite get the hint.
Nah.
Then,
you know why?
Linda
Because
gets
he's
an
gay.
idea. Linda gets an idea. I love how, what's the word I want?
Not
practical, but like, first of all, I love the character in this next scene, but I'm trying to think of like when you just like solve problems yourself. Yeah. It's not advantageous. It's, what is the word?
Outgoing? I don't know.
Linda solves her own
She's a problem.
Linda's
she's like, I see an issue. I have money. I can fix
I'm gonna fix it. Linda has coincidentally befriended this French cabaret singer named Gabrielle.
She is my moment of joy. She is the best part of this fucking movie. She's
here for 2 minutes.
She's in it for less than 2 minutes. She has one song.
Less than that longest Cary Grant kiss.
So she's so funny because Linda's like, please, will you sing this song? It's by a new and upcoming American composer. And she's like, yes, of course, but you must be careful because all men, if they see me, they fall in love with me. And I feel like you are in love with him. And so she's just very French and she's very funny. She's like, I don't know why, but this just keeps happening. And so...
yes, like, I cannot help it. It's so funny. She's like, oh, no, I do not sing songs by unknown composers, but for you, I will do this one little favor.
Yes. She agrees to show it to the producer. She doesn't agree to do it yet. So cut to basically them doing the song for the producer to see if he'll put it in the review.
Yes. And the song is
what's the
something about gambling?
Oh yeah, I'm bad at gambling or whatever the song is.
I'm unlucky at gambling.
There we go.
Is the name of the song.
And Cole and Linda are there, and the producer's not into it.
And here's the thing. Reminder, they're in France, but Gabrielle Ariel sings it in English.
The first half in English.
She's like,
and the second half in
it will be
French.
good to have an English song.
Yeah.
And the producer's like, it's a good song. I like it. It's too smart for our audience.
Yeah.
It's all about the wordplay.
Yeah.
It doesn't translate well. Right. We can't use it. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he also reveals that Linda has put her money in this show, and he's like, well, listen, Linda, like, with the money that you're putting in, if we can find another place, like, for this, maybe in the future. And Cole hadn't realized that the reason why he was getting this, essentially this audition, was that Linda had put money into the show. So he's a little bit
he's salty
about it. And then Linda proceeds to pretty much try and bankroll his career. She's like, listen, like, come with me to this Riviera, to this villa. You can just do all of your music there. It's my place.
Yeah, you can write from
there. I'll pay for it all. Like, she's offering him an absurd deal. And he's like, no.
No, I want to be a starving artist. I don't want your money. I want to struggle.
Yeah.
I don't want your villa on the French Riviera. I don't want your help.
Yeah, he's like...
He says it nicer than how I just said it, but...
that's essentially the thing. He's like, listen, if I turn down my parents' money to the point where we are no longer speaking, and that was something that was sort of dropped as well, which sort of like fakes his whole rags to riches thing, even though he was always very rich. He's like, listen, if I need to do this without my parents' money, I also can't do it with your money. She gives him another engraved cigarette holder, and they say goodbye.
He does also make the point of, like, could you be with me if you weren't constantly trying to help me?
Yeah.
Like, constantly trying to use your money to
help my
improve my career. Yeah. So they essentially break up. And also in the next scene, Cole is finally discharged from this VA hospital. Linda has been offered a job in England as a continued, like, volunteer nurse, and they separate. They leave. Cole gets in the VA car and goes away, and Linda is left, like, tears in her eyes, like, oh, will I ever see him again?
Ugh. Cut to a producer's office. Monty.
In New York. We're back in New York.
Monty and Cole are presenting a song, Miss Otis Regrets. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this song. This song is
never heard
batshit crazy. It's so
but
wild.
But also, why? Here's the thing. Were they presenting the entire show, or was this the one song
I
that
don't
they
know.
chose to
if
present
this was
to
the
these
one
producers?
song that they chose, that was a bad song to choose.
Terrible choice.
Because
also, Monty's not a singer.
He's not a singer. He, like, Rex Harrison's his way through the entire thing.
He does.
But it's a wild song. Like, the plot of this song is crazy town. Anyway, but the producers are like, listen, the song is interesting, and it does engage your mind, because the wordplay is interesting, and it's, like, the plot of the song is unlike anything I've ever heard, but it doesn't hit your heart, it doesn't hit your stomach, like, it doesn't evoke any emotion.
It doesn't have the common touch.
Yeah. So they recommend go listen to what's the music that's popular today so that you can understand what it is that people are actually looking for. You're a smart guy, you're a good writer, but you just need to adjust your style so that it's something that people actually want to listen to, and dumb it down a bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Wooly gets cast as a Russian mobster in a play while they're there.
I know.
It's not important.
No.
It's not important. I think maybe it's based on real life. Otherwise, why would they include it?
Yes.
Anyway, Cole is essentially told, you're too smart and rich for this.
Yeah.
Go
figure out how other
dumber
people live.
songs.
Yeah.
Cut to a sheet music store. Cole is playing piano in this sheet music store. Essentially, in the center of this store is a rotunda with a piano and a pretty female singer playing one of the songs that they sell at the store. It's a new song. It's popular. It's a waltz. Her name is Carol, and she and Cole are friends.
Yes.
After they finish the song, they take a quick lunch break, and Carol, I love Carol. Carol is...
This is one of my fun facts. So Carol is supposed to be Ethel Merman.
I love Carol because Carol is straight to the point. She's like, why haven't you made a pass at me yet?
I'm very upset about this. And, you know...
I'm very attractive.
Yeah, you're attractive. We should be attractive together.
Yeah, I resent that you haven't made a pass at me yet. And Cole's just like, no.
Do you want a sandwich? How about some milk?
Yeah.
So she convinces him to play one of his songs. They're on their lunch hour, so, like, the store manager can't get mad. He starts to play the song, What Is This Thing Called Love? And she sings along, and it's a great song for her voice. It gets all of the people in the store crowded around, and they're like, where's the sheet music for that?
Hey, what's
what
that
a
song?
great love song.
Yeah. Hot dog!
Damn! So they're like, oh, we got to do something about this. And so cut to the backstage of that show that Monty's in. Monty Woolley, by the way. I'm going to use those names interchangeably.
I know, I use them interchangeably as well.
Yeah, so Cole says that he wants to put another show together. All we need to do is raise the money, and Carol has an amazing voice. Just wait till you hear her. And Monty's just like, hell yeah, and like takes off his costume and gives it to a passing stranger, and then goes out.
Quits this job on the spot.
Yeah.
Do they? Listen, I don't... The fact that every single project of theirs has gone straight to Broadway.
Is that how that worked in the 20s?
That's not... I don't... Listen, there was less, but there certainly wasn't that much less.
Yeah, right? Anyway...
It's what happens when you're independently wealthy.
Hey, so they raised money at all the same places as last time. The costume shop, the Yale guy, the bar.
That poor bartender.
Jesus.
I literally wrote, leave that poor bartender alone.
Then we cut
Stop
to
taking his money.
opening night. The song is I've Got You Under My Skin. I love that all of his women singers are altos. Hear it for the alto.
Yes. Hear it for the altos. If this is opening number, this is a wild opening number. It's opening night of this show. I forget what the show is. Oh, the show is called
American?
I don't remember. Broadway something.
I don't know.
Anyway,
It doesn't matter.
Carol, as Ethel Merman, sings I've Got You Under My Skin.
Oh, I want to be clear. Carol is not played by Ethel Merman.
No, she's not. She's
inspired by. Yeah. I just realized I don't know if that was clear. Different actress. Character's name is not the same, but the character is inspired by.
And we have to make that distinction because several actors play themselves.
Yes, exactly. I know. So there's a dance number that I'm not sure what kind of stage. This is, again, the question mark of how is this stage put together?
I had the same thought.
It's like,
yes,
how
classic
did
Broadway
you do
stages
this?
with like all that depth. I just...
but it is a very lovely
Anyway.
dance, actually. I didn't, it's visually fun to look at. It's pointless. All of the songs
Absolutely
in this are
pointless.
pointless, shockingly.
It's not a musical.
It's not a musical.
But hey, they get through opening night without another war happening.
Nice! And we get another montage.
Yeah, we see a montage of time passing and that the show actually is a success.
Yeah.
It doesn't close after opening night. It goes for 8 months, then it goes for 2 years. And Cole has started a new show called Paris, I think, or it might be a song. We get the sense that his star is very much on the rise.
Yes. Now, this is a moment where he gets a telegram inviting him to do a show in London, but at the same time, Wooly has been invited to go and do something in Hollywood. So the dream team is split up for the first time. So Cole goes to London and meets the producer at the theater and sees some street players outside of the theater doing one of his songs, and he's excited that his music has like crossed the Atlantic.
I got such Mary Poppins vibes.
Yeah!
From those street performers, just like dun 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 dun. Cut to an orphanage.
Well, yeah. Is this Annie? No.
It's a hard knock life.
So we see Linda working there with the same doctor guy, which we never talked about last time. His name's Bart. They're running this orphanage together. Turns out this is the opportunity that she had gotten, that she was going to go to London from that VA hospital. So we see Cole and the producer sort of walking along discussing, like maybe adding in another song to this show. And just then they're walking by a park and Cole looks over and he sees Linda knitting on a bench and his mind just like goes blank. He's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna talk to you later, producer man. And he goes right up to Linda, and he's like turned the charm back on by the time he gets, like, his brain's booted up. He's like, oh, fancy meeting you here.
Hello. Now, I love that Linda decides to fuck with him for a little bit. It's so great because he sees her knitting, and she's knitting what's obviously like a young child, like a 3-year-old's jacket kind of thing. And he's like, oh, that seems a bit small. And she's like, oh, it's for Peter. And he's like, yes. And like makes the assumption that it's her child. And she's like, oh, damn it, I missed my shot. He's like, oh, well, that's very nice. And then a young kid comes running up for her help with one of his toys, and he's like, hi, Peter. And she's like, no, that's not Peter, that's Michael. He's like, oh, 2 of them. And she's like, oh, they're such loves. And then a little girl comes running up and asks for her doll, so she like pulls it out of her bag and gives it to him, and he's like, oh my god, you've been busy. And then she's like, I have to leave, but like, please do stop by where I'm staying, it's just across the street, and like, come say hi to Bart. And he's like, oh, you're with Bart? And she's like, he's been so good to me, kind of thing. And so and then he sees her walk out of the park with like like 13 children following her, and he's like, oh my, like you see his brain just go, what? And then he sees her like walk up the stairs across the street, and like 20 more children come running out, and he's like, I'm so lost.
Jesus.
And so he goes across the street,
and then
he sees the sign outside that is like children's home, and he's like, oh, okay.
And then he runs inside this building like a lunatic, chases her down. She finds her with like a baby
twins,
in either arm, and he's just like, my darling, and they kiss, and she was just like, gotcha. I don't know. Wild.
It's wild. Cut to the opening of The Gay Divorcee.
Yes, Cole and Linda are watching the show. It's being well received.
Yep.
Is this when they're making comments to each other and the audience is like, shut the fuck up?
And honestly, it reminded me of us going to see Hadestown and us being so
I thought
excited.
Of the same thing.
And that fucking lady next to us was like, can you be quieter? And it's like, the show hasn't started.
Yeah, like, let me have fun. During the show, Cole gets a telegram from someone named Max Fisher, who is a Broadway producer, inviting Cole to come back to New York because he wants Cole to write the score for his next project.
Yes.
He doesn't clarify what the project is, but Max Fisher is a big name to Cole.
But he does crumple up the telegram and put it into his pocket. So,
yeah, well, he gets it in the middle of the show.
Yeah, which is insane. Like, anyway, so they walk home and get another cab to follow them home. Anyway, and surprise, they're married now. That's a thing that happened.
Surprise, they're married now.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
It's recent.
Yes, it is recent.
It's recent.
They haven't
They're
gone on a
married
honeymoon
now.
yet. So
yes. Cole tells Linda about this offer from Max Fisher. And he says, oh, but I've been invited back to New York, but I'm not going to do it. We can go after a honeymoon. And there's a funny bit, and he's like, we could go to Norway, but it'd probably be too cold. We could go to Budapest, but maybe we should go somewhere else. Maybe we could go to Cairo for the honeymoon. That says nice. Linda's like,
or we could go to New York.
Yeah, those all sound nice. We should go to New York, because you very clearly want to do this show, and I want you to be happy.
Exactly.
And he's like, oh, you're swell, Linda.
Yeah. And so they go to New York, and the show is 50 million Frenchmen. Okay, so guys, we were supposed to do 50 million Frenchmen, but we couldn't find a digital copy of the movie. It has Donald O'Connor in it. So if anyone can locate a digital copy of this and send it to us, we will absolutely put it on the list, because I wanted to do this like a year ago, but all we could find was like an order from Amazon, like VHS or something, and that wasn't gonna happen.
That wasn't gonna happen.
Oh my god, but the fact that it's 50 million Frenchmen, I can't.
I laugh.
Carol is the lead.
Good for Carol. The opening number is the Cole Porter song, just one of those things. It takes place in a train station. There's a great tap dancing lady sequence.
This tapper deserves her own standing ovation. She is like eating the floor. Also, Gracie's in this show in the chorus.
Yes. Cut to the opening night party. This is when we start getting Gracie's gag, and I love it.
It's so funny.
So Gracie, as we know, is the blonde singer from the very beginning that Cole worked with in that Follies production. Yeah. She's there, and she introduces her guest that she's brought to this party to Cole. She calls him Peaches. That's not his name, but he's a Texas millionaire worth $4 million. And he's a dud. He's an absolute dud.
Oh yeah, no, he's an idiot.
But at this after party, Cole is mobbed by fans going up to him, congratulating him, getting autographs, and Linda learns that Cole is immediately starting another show. They're not going to go on their honeymoon.
She mentions to Nancy, because Nancy is there as well. Nancy, as a reminder, is Cole's cousin, and she's like, oh, I'm so excited. The opening night went so well, and tomorrow Cole and I are finally going on our honeymoon. And then she finds out, oh no, he's starting a new show on Friday. So she's disappointed.
Yes.
And he talks to her and he's like, listen, I am only writing the music for this. I'm not going to be involved with rehearsals this time. I'm literally just writing the music and giving it to them, and I'm not involved with the production. Cut to rehearsals at his house.
Oh my god. They have money, because he's been successful and she's independently wealthy. They have like this massive country house. I think it must be out in like the Hamptons or the Berkshires or somewhere. They are rehearsing. It's anything goes. They have brought the entire company out to this house, like 100 people. Because it's too hot in New York to rehearse.
Yes.
So they're like rehearsing
dancing on a lawn, which is like a raked stage and squishy, and they're in heels. This feels dumb. Anyway, Linda is less than pleased with all of this.
Yeah. At one point, she goes back into the house and finds 3 of the chorus girls
in her
using
room.
her makeup.
Yeah, and bitching about her. So then, cut back down to the rehearsal. Cole and Carol sing the song You're the Top. She's flirty with him, still.
Yeah.
And who should arrive now but Monty?
Monty has come back from California.
Yeah, and so he sees Linda, and he chats to her about the rehearsals, and
they've always been
close.
Good
Yeah,
friends. Yeah, they're always allies.
Yeah. So he goes, and he says hi to Cole, and pulls away Carol, because Carol's like, oh, we're going to do the next number. It's my number. Come watch. And Cole apologizes to Linda and says, after this show, I'm taking a long break. We can finally go do that European tour that we always talked about. I need a break, and I'm ready to focus on us. And Linda is thrilled. This is exactly what she wanted to hear. And then the next song starts, which is I Get a Kick Out of You. And Carol's singing directly to Cole. And it's a little winky and like...
You know what also makes me angry? They're like, this is the finale. It's not the finale. I Get a Kick of You is not the finale of Anything Goes.
And they're still in rehearsals. Things will be moved around. It's okay.
It made me so angry. I was like, no, it's fucking not. Anyway, you're right. Carol is 100% flirting with Cole, and Monty overhears some of the chorus girls making a comment about how they wouldn't let their husbands hang around with girls in bikinis all day.
Right.
Like Linda is letting Cole do.
Right. Linda also has a little conversation with Monty. It's like, hey, we're going to Europe. I'm so excited. I'm a bit nervous, but like we actually get to spend time together. And he does say, just be careful. Europe's going in a bad way. And I was like, is this the second war?
I was like, is this another war on the horizon?
Exactly. So cut to the opening of Anything Goes. And then we get our next bit with Gracie. Gracie arrives with a different man. And she's like, here's my boyfriend Peaches. And Cole's like,
and it's a different billionaire.
You look just the same as last time. And he looks radically different.
Because it's an entirely different person.
Guy.
She's
like,
now worth
like,
$7 million.
What happened to the guy with $4 million? She's like, this one's got 7. It's like, oh, well, welcome to my table. Like,
I upgraded.
Gracie's hysterical. I love her very much. She has my favorite line later on.
At this party, there is a trio of girls singing Easy to Love, which is a song from Anything Goes. Yep. So Gracie has arrived. Carol arrives and sees Linda. I love Linda's dress.
Oh, with
this is the black one with the like
with the capelet. Yeah.
Yes. Linda sees Cole schmoozing, and you know she's like, "This is annoying, but like, you know what? Tomorrow we are going on vacation."
It had vibes of last 5 years.
Do
you know what I'm saying?
I see that. Yeah. But Linda goes up to Cole, who's sitting at a table with a bunch of producer men. She's like, hey, don't drink too much, because remember, we have an early boat in the morning. And he goes, what? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I changed our plans. We have a 5 o'clock boat tomorrow. Yeah. And she's like, what? Why did you change it? It turns out these producers that Cole is sitting with are also going to be on, it's the Queen Victoria. It's a 5 o'clock boat to London. Cole changed their boat so that he could work on the way over with these producers to develop the next show.
And she hears them talking about like, oh, I don't know if it's just going to take 2 weeks. Like maybe we'll join you guys in Cannes and like we can sort out the rest of the details there.
Yeah, and Cole doesn't tell them no.
No, he's like,
Cole's and then we're going to Paris and Cannes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, that's heartbreaking for Linda.
And understandably upset, and she starts to leave. Now, Cole does see her, and he goes after her, and she is just like, if you don't see what's wrong with this, then it's too late.
Yeah.
It's done.
Communicate! God!
I know!
I
know.
Like, I understand it was a different era, but
I know it's my
biggest
like DNF for romance novels is like if the main drama is that the 2 main characters won't fucking communicate, I don't want to read it.
It's lazy. There was some. Linda had a couple really good lines in this scene between her and Cole where she says everything we wanted to get away with we're bringing with us. And then also, I'm going to paraphrase it, but she says to him, you've essentially put me in a corner of your life. And when you think of me, you look back and you smile at me. But that's only if you remember to think of me. And it's heartbreaking.
It's really heartbreaking. And just then, he's just about to say something, but he's pulled away by a whole crowd to, like, give a speech. Now, granted, he gives, like, a really quick speech. He's like, I don't know what to say except for thank you for being here, and then, like, runs away. But by that time, she's already gone. And Wooly is there, and he's like, listen, she's gone. She said something about an early morning flight. My recommendation is don't chase her. She's been living her life for you, and she needs to live her life for herself for a while. She wanted me to give you this, and it's another engraved cigarette case. This one says anything goes.
He also reveals that Linda asked him to take care of Cole while she was away. I'm torn of whether this is good advice or not from Monty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of, like, don't chase her, but also
I think part of it is, listen, if you're actually gonna change, chase her. But if you're not, don't. Like, that's how I feel.
Like, until you're ready to put in the work.
Like, if you're going to put in the work to this marriage and actually make it work and take into consideration what she needs and take into consideration what a relationship needs to work, chase her, by all means. But if you're not, if you're just going to go and apologize and then do the same thing over and over again, fucking let her go. Let her live her life.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like, is good advice.
Because she's kind of put her life on hold. She's been waiting for Cole to finish rehearsals for, like, the last 5 years.
Yeah. Hey.
The last 5 years. Hey.
Jokes.
That might be our soundbite.
I think it is. So, cut to Cole's next rehearsal. He's not really thrilled with what's going on.
He's in Philly. We get we do get, like, a weird newspaper, like, socialite clip of, like, Cole Porter, King Cole Porter, is in Philadelphia working a show while his wife Linda is in Europe solo. What? Gossip. Anyway, Cole is in Philly for this rehearsal. He's not into it. He's, like, half sleeping in the audience. He interrupts the song. He has the dancers take a break because it's just not working. Yeah. He doesn't like the number. And he's like, hey, Gracie, come here. I'm going to give you a solo. Gracie looks at the sheet music and she says, I'm not the right person for this, but
I know
there's a pal of mine who's here who would be great for this. And she goes over to the chorus girls and pulls
her friend Mary Martin. Mary Martin, who is a Broadway star from the 30s. Now, Mary Martin is eating a whole ass slice of watermelon. And it's not like it's what I would see.
It's not the triangles.
It's like what you would see at a watermelon eating contest. It is like a long, huge piece. And I'm just like, did you just bring watermelon, like a whole slice of watermelon, into a rehearsal? What is happening?
Also, you only got a 5-minute break.
You're gonna have to wash your face and hands. Watermelon's sticky, babe.
Oh my god.
Anyway, it was so funny.
So out of nowhere. But Gracie brings her good pal, Mary Martin,
played by Mary Martin,
to meet Cole, and implying that, like, Mary Martin's just the beginning of her career. Yeah. She's nervous. It's her first big show.
There's this really funny bit where it's like Gracie had given her the music, and as Cole is sort of interviewing her, she keeps, like, trying to hand him the music back, and he gives it back to her, and it's just like, she's obviously just so nervous.
I liked the bit where she was like, I can sing like this. And he goes, oh, no, that's not what it right. She was like, oh, but I can sing like this. And he's like, hey. Hey, that was. But the song is My Heart Belongs to Daddy, which is not a song I was familiar with.
Not at all. Me neither. But apparently this is the song that made Mary Martin famous. This was, like, her big breakout song. And it's almost an exact replication of that staging as well. So anyway, the songs.
Wait, does that mean that the weird abominable snowmen were
yes
in the... What show is it?
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Oh, damn it, I was...
Sorry.
I was 2 seconds too late.
Originally performed by Mary Martin. Yeah, the original context, Dolly is stranded at a Siberian railway station wearing only a fur coat and performs a striptease while singing this song, surrounded by eager Siberian men.
That is exactly what happens in this film. We had no context.
For it. Bad vibes.
It was so weird.
But also I think it's funny that he's like, here's this song about, like, this woman who's just like, I just have sugar daddies, and then he's like, this is perfect for Gracie. Like,
or even that Gracie was like, no, hard pass.
No. So the song is wild.
Anyway, that show opens.
Yes, that show opens.
On opening night, we see this number be performed. Backstage, Cole is told that he has a long-distance phone call waiting for him in the office. He takes the phone call and he learns it's his mother calling from Indiana. Yeah. His grandfather is gravely ill, and he should hurry back, and he gets on the next flight back to Indiana.
Yeah. Cut to his family home. His grandfather is like, I'm really proud of what you've done and like the work that you've done and the man you've become. And I hear your songs like whistled and hummed all over town. And
they toast with a glass of sherry.
Yeah, and he's like, I can see that you're overworking yourself and you're tired. And, success doesn't mean anything without someone to share it with. And then he dies abruptly.
And then he dies. He abruptly dies.
And
off
Cole
camera.
does nothing. He just looks at him. It's wild. Cut to Cole riding around the estate on his grandfather's horse. Like, 2 people comment, and it's like, oh, he's taken that horse out every day since the funeral. So it's been a week or 2, I guess, since...
Yeah. It starts to rain. Cole is racing back on the horse to get out of the rain. Lightning strikes. The horse freaks out. Damn it, Grace. I was not expecting.
The classic sound that lightning makes, ka-chow.
Ka-chow. And Cole is thrown from his horse and extremely injured.
Yeah, super duper injured. So...
He's run over by Lightning McQueen.
So cut to Monty. He's in Hollywood and he gets a telegram.
He's on set for the film The Man Who Came to Dinner.
Which that guy actually was in. So funny.
And he gets a telegram of like, Cole, gravely injured, come soon.
Yeah, exactly. So he fucking leaves. Cole has lost the use of both of his legs. They can try a bunch of surgeries, but there's no promises that anything will actually work. So,
and it'll be like a long and painful recovery.
Yeah, so Wooly goes in and he chats a bit with Cole, and Cole ends up asking him, like, because at first Wooly's like, oh, do you want me to tell Linda? I just heard from her the other day. I can send a telegram. He's like, no, actually, the exact opposite. Please do not tell her. So then we see a montage of surgeries and rehearsals.
Yeah, Cole has decided to not accept his fate and to go through with many, many surgeries in an attempt to regain use of his legs.
Surgeries.
We see him working on his next project, which is the musical Do Barry Was a Lady. We see him using a wheelchair, and we see a doctor giving him bad news, like, oh, that surgery wasn't a success, but we can try again. Yeah. We see him writing music from his bed. So Cole has had his 28th surgery, we learn. At the performance of Do Barry Was a Lady, Monty is backstage. Monty takes the phone as close to the stage as he can and holds it up so that Cole can hear the music as they begin to perform the song When We Begin the Begin,
Begin the Begin, yeah.
Sung by Carlos Ramirez. I didn't know what a begin was until today. I've known about this song. It's a dance.
G-U-I-N-E. Popular dance of Caribbean origin, similar to the foxtrot.
Oh, I love that. And we get a performance of ladies in skimpy outfits with a water feature. Carlos Ramirez has a beautiful voice, and this song this cracks me up. The song features this beautiful duet between 2 dancers, and it's clearly very successful, but a lot of it is because it's visual. I'm like, Cole's not seeing it.
Yeah, he's just hearing the music, and he's like, cool, I guess. Cut to a train.
Cole is out of surgery, but he has another one tomorrow. He is headed up to Yale with Monty and a bunch of...
I guess it's like a reunion? Like I want to say it's like the rest of his group that he did the song The Bow Wow Wow with, or whatever.
Oh, that would make sense. His chorus. They're headed up to Yale, but he has another surgery.
And then we get a quick Yale propaganda video.
Oh, you mean of just like images?
Yeah, images of Yale and Monty speaking over top. It's just like, and here are the great halls and the wonderful people and how great it is to have gone to Yale. And I'm just like, let's calm this down a little bit.
There's like the scene ceremony is set in like a cathedral/concert hall. Yeah. Cole is introduced by the speech that Monty gives, and we see him walking with canes. Yes. He's out of a wheelchair. He has 2 canes. Yeah. He definitely needs them for mobility. But he walks across to uproarious applause and sits down at the piano. During this applause, We see Nancy, Gracie, and Linda arrive
Now,
at
this
this
is where
concert hall.
my favorite line that Gracie says, because Linda comes out and she's obviously very nervous. She hasn't seen Cole in years, and she's like, how do I look? And Gracie's like you've seen a ghost, but cute. And I was just like, what a spectacular line. That is something that someone would say today. How do I look? Like you've seen a ghost, but cute. Like,
but cute. That's so funny. I missed that.
It's my favorite line.
Like you've seen. Is it implying you're cute or that the ghost was cute?
Unclear.
Oh my god. All right. So they sneak into the auditorium
Yes.
to watch. Cole sits down at the piano and the chorus starts to sing Night and Day, and Cole locks eyes with Linda and he abandons his post.
He's like, fuck this.
Take over, assistant. Linda sees him. He sees her. They go out to the outside courtyard.
Garden thing, yeah.
Yeah, and they reunite and they embrace.
And they don't kiss.
And they don't kiss, and he doesn't look like
He doesn't look happy.
super happy to see her.
Nah.
He doesn't look mad.
Nah.
But he doesn't look like, I thought it was going to be like a joyous embrace.
It was
No.
joyous on her part, not on his.
Joyous on her part. Maybe they were just like, this is a man and I am somber and I'm happy, but I keep it all inside.
And I'm
I don't
gay.
know. It wasn't. And that's how it fucking ends.
Mm-hmm. That's the end, y'all.
Thanks, I hated it. I hated it. They can't all be winners. They can't all be winners. They
I
can't
know,
all be
we can't only do Phantom of the Opera.
Okay, Grace, what did you think of this?
It was fine. I really like Cary Grant as an actor, and this is not his best work. But as I told Anna, he's not in
Maybe
another
Cary Grant didn't
musical,
think it was his
I'm
best work.
pretty sure. So we're just going to focus a bit on Cary Grant
Yeah.
today, because we're not going to see him again. I think the fact that it's not his life story is wild. Like,
They really glamorized.
they really
some
just
aspects
rewrote
of
the
it.
entire thing. They're just like,
Yeah.
your life?
Yeah.
That's not interesting. I can do it better.
Yeah. I did not care about this film. I did not like how much it changed his life story. I did not feel like it was a worthwhile use of my time.
I am sorry.
It didn't
Nah.
grip me. I was never drawn in by any way, shape, or
No.
form of this film.
Yeah. Shall we do some dramaturgy?
It is time for Dramaturgy Report.
Bow, no, no,
Dramaturgy
no, no, no.
Report. Okay. This film from 1946 was directed by Michael Curtiz, who we've seen very recently. He was a Hungarian-American film director recognized as one of the most prolific directors in history. We know him from Casablanca and White Christmas.
Nice.
So we just saw it.
Just saw him, yeah.
There were two cinematographers for this film. One we've seen before, but I cannot remember what we've seen him from. Peverell Marley?
Oh, I remember that name.
Yeah, because he was a cinematographer. His first job was the Ten Commandments. Cecil
Oh,
B. DeMille's
right.
Ten Commandments.
Every time
I remember laughing about
the
that.
Ten Commandments
We
keep
can't
showing
escape
up.
Can't escape it. But I remember this guy, but I cannot find the musical that we've worked with him on.
Oh.
Let me Google. Let me just Google his
Peverell.
name. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
but
I remember his fucking
swear
name.
Oh, we got him in old Chicago.
Ah, yeah.
That's right. That's right. Oh, and Alexander's Ragtime Band, which we haven't done
No, but they did that as a thing in one of the movies.
in No Business Like Show Business.
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen him before.
Yes.
The other cinematographer was William K. Scrawl.
Mm.
Not a lot about him. He was an American cinematographer who is known to have specialized in Technicolor.
Okay.
Again, color wasn't that old at this point. It was
Yeah.
rather new. Peverell Marley is one of 6 cinematographers ever to have a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's it.
Cool.
That's it. That's directors and cinematographers. Not a lot.
Fantastic. There were a couple writers on this. Charles Hoffman. He was known for writing the 1960s television Batman series, so that's fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then William Bowers. He was really known for comedy westerns and thrillers. Now, how this got made, so Jack Warner paid $300,000 for the rights to Cole Porter's best-known songs and was like, this is going to be a big budget extravaganza. And the scriptwriters are like, yeah, but we can't use his real life because he's always been rich and he got more rich and, this was what it was. Depictions of homosexuality were prohibited by the film industry's production code. So they ended up paying Cary Grant $100,000, which is like ridiculous amount. And they bought out his contract at Columbia Pictures.
For this?
For this. And they had a lot of issues with the script. Cary Grant was like, this is not good, and much of the script was rewritten at his request. He would refuse to act in scenes that he felt were poorly written. Can you imagine what was worse than what was actually produced? Cary Grant does sing his own songs. He doesn't sing often, but he does on occasion duet with some people. Yeah, so, and one thing that they did obviously explicitly change was his marriage to Linda Lee Thomas. They were married in real life, but their marriage was very much like a lavender marriage. Like, it was not romantic or sexual. It was very much, oh, well, let's both get married so that people will stop asking us why we're not married kind of thing. Obviously, I've already discussed Cole Porter, and we know that it was very different than what was shown here. So he had a very wealthy family. He started his success in the 20s, but by the 30s, he was like one of the biggest songwriters for Broadway. He wrote the lyrics and the music. He did have a horseback riding accident, which left him disabled. And in his shows in the 40s weren't that great, but then he made a huge comeback with Kiss Me Kate, and that won his first Tony Award. Now, when they were making this, the studio asked Cole Porter, who do you want to play you? And as a joke, he was like, Cary Grant. And that's because he thought that Cary Grant was about as far from himself as you could get. And the studio were just like, dope, we'll get him.
Yeah, sure.
And a friend of his...
No, I wonder, here's the thing. That story is so funny to me, and I know you're going to do the follow-up to it. But I wonder if whoever, like, was responsible for asking Mr. Porter on that day just, like, missed the wink or, like, the joke in it, and they would just, like, call being like, he wants Cary Grant. The producers were like, fuck,
we have to buy out his contract. And so his friend was just like, wait, they cast Cary Grant as you? Why didn't you get, like, Fred Astaire? He actually looks like you. And apparently Cole Porter was like, listen, if they wanted Cary Grant to play you in a movie, would you complain? So... I'm going to talk a little bit about Cary Grant. So, he was born Archibald Alec Leach. Boy, did he have a good name change.
Oh, boy.
Born in 1904. So, he was known as sort of one of Hollywood's classic definitive leading men from the 30s to the 60s, known for his comic timing. His mother taught him song and dance when he was very young. She was all about him having piano lessons, and she would take him to the cinema, where he was really influenced by, like, Charlie Chaplin, Fatty Arbuckle, Max Swain, Broncho Billy Anderson. He ended up getting a scholarship to this very prestigious school, even though his family was quite poor and they could not afford really to pay for even the uniform. But even by like 13, he was like hanging around backstage at different places, especially like the Pender troupe. And he was like, basically, he got expelled at 14 because he wasn't doing his homework. He was fucking around. And a lot of people are like, I wonder if he set out to get himself expelled, because like 3 days after being expelled, he joined the Pender troupe. So they began touring the country, and this is where he really refined like his pantomime, his physical acting. They ended up getting a tour in the US, so they crossed the Atlantic, and on that ship was Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford. So he met Douglas Fairbanks on that trip across when he was like 16. Douglas Fairbanks was a huge role model for him. So they arrived in New York and they performed at the Hippodrome when that was still a thing. They performed there for 9 months, putting on 12 shows a week. Wild. So he ended up staying in the US with a bunch of other troupes. He toured in a production of The Street Singer for 9 months in 1930, and that drew his attention to the Schuberts, who were this group that basically had a lot of money, like this couple that supported a lot of the arts, and they invited him to perform with him, but he ended up getting fired because he wouldn't accept a pay cut, because this was like right when the Depression was hitting, and so they're like, we have to pay you less, and he's like, haha, no. But he was then almost immediately hired to play this lead romantic part in the musical Nicky opposite Fay Wray as a soldier in post-World War I France. Now that role got him noticed by Ed Sullivan, who noted that the young lad from England had a big future, and because of that, that, he got his first film, which was like a 10-minute short. He made his feature film debut in 1932, This Is the Night, where he played opposite Thelma Todd and Lily DeMita. He wasn't a huge fan of this role, but it got great reviews, and so that sort of kept him in. And this is when he started getting into the phase where he would play a wealthy playboy, and he played that character a lot. Now, he had a string of films that didn't quite work out, but then Katharine Hepburn was like, I've seen him do good things, I want to work with him. And so he ended up working with Katharine Hepburn on the comedy in 1938, Bringing Up Baby, which if you haven't seen, you should watch. It's a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's
shocking.
I know you haven't. That was not for audience, that was for you. It's honestly, there's a leopard in it. The bickering.
Called out.
Yeah, the bickering is hysterical. The witty repartee in that movie.
Bringing
Chef's kiss.
Baby.
Yeah, it's real good.
Okay.
So he appeared with Katharine Hepburn quite a few times, but the movies that he was in with her didn't really fare well because at this point she was quote unquote box office poison, and this was during the whole Red Scare House Un-American Activities Commission. So like that was a whole thing that was going on at the time. Now he never got caught up in that, but because he worked with Katharine Hepburn, a lot of his movies failed. Now, in the early 50s, that started like a slump in his career, and he did a movie called Dream Wife with Deborah Kerr, and he thought that that would really help, but that was a huge failure. And he was offered the leading part in the 50s version of A Star Is Born, but he decided against it, and he briefly left the industry. In 55, though, he came back whenever he was asked to do a movie with Grace Kelly, and he and Grace Kelly became very good friends and were friends all the way through to her passing. And this was when he also ended up working with Hitchcock. And this is where he gets his most famous dramatic roles, is his collaboration with Hitchcock. I think they did 4 movies together. In 1959, the most famous one, North by Northwest, that was a huge success. And it's now noted as like one of the greatest films of all time. But he ended up retiring in 1966 at the age of 62 when his daughter was born. He only had one child, and this was his daughter, Jennifer Grant, and he was 62 when she was born, so definitely later in life. He said that he had become disillusioned with cinema and had rarely found a script that he enjoyed or approved of. And he decided to really focus on being a parental figure in her life and like actually wanted to help raise his kid. He turned 80 in 1984, and his friend Peter Bogdanovich noted that a serenity had come over him. He wasn't in good health, and he ended up having a stroke in October of 1984. During that time, he was doing a one-man show, A Conversation with Cary Grant, where he would show clips from his films and answer audience questions, and he did 36 public appearances of that. He admitted that those appearances were ego fodder. He said, I know who I am inside and out, but sometimes it's nice to have the outside substantiated. Just a little bit about his impact. So biographers believe that he was the greatest leading man Hollywood has ever known. Stickles stated that there are very few stars who achieved the magnitude of Cary Grant, art of a very high and subtle order, and thought that he was the best star actor there ever was in the movies. David Thompson and directors Stanley Donen and Howard Hawks concurred that Grant was the greatest and most important actor in the history of cinema. He was a favorite of Hitchcock, who admired him and called him the only actor I ever loved in my whole life, and remained one of Hollywood's top box office attractions for 30 years. So he's such a good actor, and I really want you to watch Bringing Up Baby because he's so funny and he's so witty and he's so charming, and this is not the movie to highlight that. So like watch North by Northwest, watch Bringing Up Baby. He's so funny, and just this was not the movie for it. So Cary Grant is awesome. He's like one of my favorite golden age Hollywood actors. Yeah. That's what I have.
All right. I don't have a lot for reviews and reception.
That's fine.
It was a hit in the box office. It earned almost $5 million domestically and about $2.5 million in the foreign markets. Mm-hmm. It got generally good reviews. The New York Times called it generally pleasant and musically exciting.
Lovely.
It also praised the musical numbers, but noted straying from historical fact and the thin and conventional scenario created about the fabulous Mr. Porter's life. Then, as I mentioned, in 2004, there was another film about Porter's life called DeLovely, and the New York Times, in that review of DeLovely, called Night and Day so bad it's almost good. Because they were like, oh, this is what it should have been.
This is what it could have been if they weren't dumb about it. Yeah.
The New York Times recounted that when Night and Day was being filmed, Orson Welles made the joke, "What will they use for a climax? The only suspense is, will he or won't he accumulate $10 million?
Orson Welles, okay.
Orson Welles. That's it for reviews and reception. Do you want to talk about singing and dancing?
The singing was good. Cary Grant singing was nothing to write home about. I found that
I liked the women.
all of the women, who were all great altos, fucking love it, hear it for altos, they were all spectacular. Gracie was fun, but not really a powerhouse, but Carol was spectacular.
Yeah, Ginny Sims.
Yeah, she
was her name.
excellent.
She was great.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is I loved her singing. However, it felt very out of place from a musical, like, theater standpoint. It just seemed too quiet. Like, she wasn't matching the volume and chutzpah
Of Ethel?
of the chorus. Of Ethel, but of the chorus.
Yeah.
And she was performing it like it was like a much quieter, jazzier
Like it was a movie.
Yeah.
But then it's
But
supposed
it was
to be
taking
a
place
stage.
inside of a musical.
I know.
That's my biggest complaint. No, she had a great voice.
That's fair.
Dancing, there was some fantastic ensemble dancing and tapping.
There was the tap solo was great. There was that weird dance number where the stage didn't make sense, but that dancing was lovely. The big diaphanous like gown that she had was so lovely. And then of course the dance duet for Begin the Begin or whatever.
Begin the Begin.
Yeah, Begin.
Yes, Begin the Begin. I liked that.
Yeah, I mean the dances were good, but they didn't advance the plot at all, obviously, because none of the music or
It
the
was, of course not,
songs-
because it wasn't a musical.
a musical. It was a movie with music.
And for the fact that it wasn't a musical, technically, none of the singers were dancing while they sang.
Yeah.
The dancing was good.
Yes.
Separate, completely on its own, the dancing was good.
Yeah.
Do you have any gripes, giggles, moments of joy?
Yeah, my gripe is, again, I love Cary Grant, and he seemed very uncomfortable throughout this entire movie.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest gripe, was just that it wasn't a good movie to highlight him. And I'm sad that you haven't seen him in other things.
I will.
Yeah.
I agree. I wasn't drawn into
Yeah.
this film. I wonder if I would have been less judgmental had I known how... Actually, what I was going to say is if I didn't know how it misrepresented Cole Porter's life, if I would have enjoyed it, or if I would have just been even angrier at the end.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I was going to be unhappy either way. It was just, am I going to be unhappy before or after?
Yeah, pretty much. Giggles is the French lady. She was so good.
God.
Giselle, something like that.
Gabrielle.
She was so funny.
They just fall in love with me, I cannot help it.
What can I do? That and then Mary Martin just eating a whole ass slice of watermelon.
God.
So funny.
Gracie had so many fantastic one-liners.
Oh yeah, like
For
you've
me,
seen
those
a
are my-
ghost,
those are my
but
moments
cute.
of joy. Yes. Mine was, I beg your pardon, I beg yours.
So funny. Do you have any other fun facts?
So, my two fun facts, one we've done already was the Lusitania did not sink on opening night of See America First.
Yeah.
It was 10 months before. But my other fun fact is this is Cary Grant's first film in color.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
I know. My fun fact is this was a Warner Bros. Movie, and they didn't have a lot of musical performers, so they ended up putting in a lot of non-singing contract players, including Eve Arden, who played Nancy, I think, and then Jane Wyman, who played Gracie, Dorothy Malone. So they put them into all of these song and dance numbers, but the only performer who doesn't sing is Alexis Smith, who played Linda. And she actually will become a Tony Award-winning musical theater star. She was the star of Follies and Platinum.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That miscast.
Yeah, right?
She's beautiful.
Stunning.
That's so weird.
That's my fun fact.
That's a good fun fact.
Yeah.
Makes me angry. Like, she
Let's add some more anger into this movie.
Do you have any homework?
Look at the
Watch a
sinking
different Cary
of the
Grant
RMS.
film.
Yeah, no, watch a different Cary Grant film is actually a better one. And if you are interested in history, by all means, look up the sinking of this ship. But yeah, watch Bringing Up Baby. That's going to be my homework.
Yeah, and it's frustrating because, like, so many of his shows, and I realize he wasn't responsible for the plot of all of the projects that his music is attached to, but, like, some of them are some of my favorite musicals, and I'm just like, that would have been so much more fun to watch. Like, I would have rather watched Anything Goes than this film.
Yeah, the
So
original
watch a
one,
Cary
not the
Grant
one
film.
that they rewrote to be on a boat.
Oh, the one they completely changed the
Yeah.
plot of? Yeah, no, the original one. God, I forgot about that. Beep boop bop. Okay, that is...
I think that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Wow. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I fucking love Mary Martin. Mary Martin was a fixture of my childhood because I grew up on her Peter Pan.
Oh, do you want to add that as a homework?
It was a filmed stage production, so
Yeah.
I don't see us doing it, but honestly, look up Mary Martin. She had a great career. She was Nellie in South The She was Peter in Peter Pan.
In the stage productions, not the movies, to be
Maria
clear.
in The Sound of Music. Yeah, she was Maria in The Sound of Music. Like, she was a Rodgers and Hammerstein muse, and I grew up on her voice.
Yes.
And it was so random to have her appear.
Eating watermelon.
Eating watermelon.
Oh, all right.
That is all she wrote. That is literally all she wrote.
Indeed.
If you are still with us,
Dear Lord.
God bless you.
Yep.
This has been 5678, a movie musical podcast.
Yeah.
I have been Anna.
I'm still Grace.
Holy moly. Take care of yourselves and others. We will see you on the next episode.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
5, 6, 7, 8. There's no business like show business, like no business I know.